Hello and welcome to PMCLounge.com. This is Lounge Fever, a series of videos that is dedicated to answer your questions. Now, the question that I'm taking up today reminded me of devil. So I thought of putting up a picture of the devil here. But I think it is an important question, and a lot of you who are going to read or learn about reserve analysis for the first time may have this question popped up in your minds as well about using buffers in reserve analysis. So, by the way, I'll share a link to reserve analysis in the description below. If you're not aware of what reserve analysis is, you can go over the video and understand a thing or two about reserve analysis and then come back to this video because I'm pretty sure you will also have the same question. The question is, if we are using buffers in reserve analysis, can we use buffers for every single project management activity, right? And that is going to kind of help us with estimation. You don't have to estimate anything, just keep buffer for everything in your project. Is that possible? Is that a good way to proceed? Of course not, and that's why you see the image of a devil here. The first thing to understand is that this is not the intent of reserve analysis. The reserve analysis is not made or is not a concept introduced in project management so that you put a buffer for every single project management activity. No, sir, that is not the intent of reserve analysis. Then, what is the intent for reserve analysis? So reserve analysis is specifically for unknowns. No matter how big or how master of planning you are, when you are doing project management planning, there will be activities, there will be stuff which will be unknown to you. And if there is something which is unknown to you, you cannot plan for that. You cannot budget for that. And you cannot assign certain time for it. You cannot schedule for it as well. So there are certain unknowns that the project manager is aware of or may not even be aware of, and to make sure that the project is not bogged down by that unknown, by certain unknowns, we have a reserve analysis. You cannot have reserve analysis for every single project management activity. If you do so, then you did not do any kind of planning, right? So reserve analysis is just for unknowns. The second thing is, if you have enormous reserves, it would demean the entire activity of estimation. And there would be no reason to do estimation if you are treating everything as an unknown, and if you want a reserve, a buffer for every project management activity, then you don't really have to do any kind of estimation at all. And the final thing here is, if the entire project becomes one giant unknown, that is not useful for anyone involved, right? So reserve analysis is just for the unknowns. It is just for stuff that you cannot see, just for the stuff that cannot be planned for. If you're telling me that your entire project is one giant unknown, well, then you should have second thoughts about even starting off with that project, right? Because it is a giant unknown and it is not useful for anyone to allocate resources and time for a project which is just an unknown. So reserve analysis is just for unknown. For rest of your project management activities, you must do estimation and you must follow the estimation techniques. A quick reminder before I end the video, you can go over to pmclounge.com/resources if you're looking for PMP book recommendations. That's all that we had in this video. Hope this answered a question which you may have while doing the study for reserve analysis. Do hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon, and don't forget to check out the website pmclounge.com, your number one free PMP resource. Thank you and have a nice day.